Election season is coming to an end as the Judgment Day is nearing. May 13, 2019 will set the fate of this country as we elect the next set of officials who shall lead us, and we hope it is for a better future. What's up to everyone who's going to watch this before the election day? I hope there are! First of all, thank you for clicking this video because this is in fact a rush editing. You see, I chose to prioritize this over my ACADS even though I have like 3 exams next week, 2 due presentations, and 1 GPAWA that I really need to think about. I chose to do this first because, well, it is our country which is at stake. I mean, this coming Monday is like the judgment day of the Philippines as we elect the next set of officials who will going to lead us, who is going to govern this country. There are many possible futures we can end up with, and in general, it could just either go right or go wrong. So, it is up to us whether we choose to vote the candidates who will listen to the voice of the Filipino people and lead us a better Philippines, or we choose to vote the candidates who pretend to be one with us and which in truth are just greedy and selfish people who just want to amass the funds allotted for our needs, put in their bank accounts, and then keep us their fortune, and in return will make this country poorer and justice will be unlikely to be found again. So, I'll ask you, which path do you want to walk through? Personally, as a kabataan, all I want my country to be is to have a government who will uplift the lives of my countrymen and make this country a better place to live in. I know we wouldn't be able to attain it or get it in one try, but I believe in small, simple ways we could. And to begin, we could start by knowing and assessing the qualifications and platforms of each candidate so as to not put our vote into waste, and so as to have an informed decision in selecting the right and fit people who truly deserve our vote, who will fight for our rights and not for their entitlements. Who among the candidates am I referring to? Let me give you a rundown of the qualities of the candidates who I can say is deserving of your vote. Well, first of all, those candidates who are against corruption, those candidates who were not just bailed out from jail because of plundering, and right now, they have the freaking guts to run again to earn a position in the current administration. Next, those candidates whose purpose for running is to create laws that will improve the justice system of the Philippines, and not those candidates whose motive for running is to impose death penalty. Again, can I just repeat? To impose death penalty to kill corrupt officials. This is absurdity. Corrupt officials? Dude, that's like killing yourself. You're one of those corrupt officials you're referring to. Next, those candidates who are honest and have integrity. Those candidates who do not lie about their educational background and achievements, and those candidates who do not support such liars. Those candidates who apologize for their wrongdoings and shortcomings, like admitting they have stolen funds from the Filipino people, things like that. Next, those candidates who are true leaders and not actors. Those candidates who do not treat the Congress like a theater play or a shooting place, because there are just those candidates who are good in acting but not in leading. And my message for this kind of candidates: know your place. This is politics and not show business. Know the difference. Next, those candidates who can respond quickly on issues, and not those candidates who hide because they are among the faction who are affected by the issue. You know what I mean, right? You do, right? Next, those candidates who are pro-poor and who knows what the nation needs. Not the kind of candidates who just support their co-elites just to feed their own needs. Lastly, and I think the most important aspect to look into, I believe the candidates who are truly deserving to have a seat in the Congress are those candidates whose main purpose is to serve the Filipino people and not to serve those in power. Candidate who deserve a seat in the Congress is one who's loyal to the Filipino people, not to the president. If I were to be specific, I have my top 5 senatorial candidates who I believe is truly deserving to have a seat in the Congress and who deserve to be known and heard. But before I begin enumerating them, I just want to clear this out. This is my personal opinion, okay? This is my personal opinion. My stand does not reflect the views of my family, my friends, any of my affiliated organizations, or even the institution where I come from. I admit I'm against the current administration, but that doesn't mean I'm part or I support other political parties. This is my personal stance on this topic, and if you do not still get what I mean, I'm not anymore in the position to make you understand if you're just too close-minded. So without further ado, here are my top 5 candidates, senatorial candidates for this coming election, in no particular order. First is Carlo de Guzman, a labor advocate whose policies are focused on improving and protecting the rights of laborers such as teachers, farmers, and even students. Next in my list is Samira Gutok, an advocate for the people of Marawi, whose policies are focused on promoting peace in Mindanao, protecting the rights of the LGBTQ and the youth, and lastly, empowering women. Next in my list is Nerico Manares, a human rights lawyer and activist whose policies are focused on removing excise tax in the tax reform package, job security, wage increase, land reform, and most importantly, contractualization. Next in my list is Pilo Hilbay, our defender against China, whose policies are focused on protecting sovereign rights of the Philippines to the West Philippine Sea and Benham Rice. Other than that, his platforms also include anti-corruption measures, government budget, and social services. Last but not the least, and I think the crowd favorite, especially among the youth, is Chel Jokno. He's a human rights lawyer whose policies revolve around the pursuit of justice in all forms. And you know, it's simple to say but difficult to attain, especially with the kind of government we have today. So, these are the candidates who will surely get my vote this coming election day. Now, you ask me, why? Why do I say they deserve your vote? Simple. Because they all have the qualities and characteristics I have described a while ago of the candidates who truly deserve our vote. And these are the kind of candidates that I think and believe will make this country a better place to live in. If you are unsure yet of who to vote for this coming election day, I recommend and I suggest you read on their profiles, their platforms, and advocacies of these candidates I have mentioned. They really deserve to be heard, and I promise you won't regret doing so. If you are someone who already have their list of candidates who to vote for, I hope at least one of them are included in your list. And if not, I won't push you to vote for them, but I do hope you try to read on their profiles and look at their policies and focuses, because if there is one common denominator in all of their policies and platforms, that would be their pursuit for justice. And they are among us, the youth. They are with us, I mean. And I hope you can be one with them too. To sum it up, anyone from the candidates can be elected, but not every one of them truly deserve our vote. It is important to inform ourselves and make informed decisions so as our vote will not be put into waste. My fellow countrymen, my fellow youth, the fate of our country is now in our hands. If we choose to vote corrupt and undeserving officials, then we are letting go of the chance of becoming a better Philippines. But if we choose to vote officials who are committed and firm in what they're fighting for, then I believe we are a step closer in aiming the justice we are all hoping for to achieve. We are a step closer in eradicating the dearth of this current administration. and we are a step closer in becoming a better Philippines. Let our voice be heard, and for that to happen, we should make wise decision in choosing the best qualified candidates who are deserving to be given a seat in the Senate. I hope this coming Monday, pipiliin natin ang Pilipinas.